There's nothing quite as cringy as a corporation or a business that fancies themselves as some sort of anti-establishment edgelord. But that's kind of what Brewdog is with their punk IPA and all this kind of business. I get it. Look, they're a microbrewery. You know, they ain't part of a massive corporation, but they have become like, you know, a big corporation, haven't they? Really, they got chains of bars and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just a bit crazy. Oh, we're socking it to the man. It's like, you know, you just had a business idea that sells anarchy or whatever. I don't know what you're up to. So I think this is particularly fitting that a man sues Brewdog after being refused pink beer for girls, and wins. This is great. This is the kind of thing that we should live for. You know, this is fantastic. This is what you wake up wanting to hear in the morning. Is this kind of thing, you know? And look at this guy. He looks like a guy that drinks in Brewdog as well. He looks like if they had an image of like, who is your target demographic, it'd be him. That's the most mental part of it. It's him. He's like your number one customer. He's the guy whose money you want, and you messed with him, and he sued your ass and won. My goodness, how did you get that so wrong? For starters, look at this. Look at this. A man has successfully sued beer company Brewdog after a barman at one of its chains refused him a drink because it was marketed at girls. Could you imagine asking for like a Lambrini? Well, you couldn't, could you? You know, say, I'll get an Archer's and lemonade. You know, and they go, nah, bro, that's for girls, innit? That's for girls. That's for fucking girls, mate. You're like, oh yeah, it's for girls, but can I have one anyway? Thomas Bower, 27, sued for sex discrimination after he was told he could not buy a pink IPA at a bar in Cardiff, Wales, because he was a man. I mean, Cardiff of all places. I thought Cardiff would be a city that still knew men were men and women were women, and we do what the fuck we want. The beer sold for £4. What a disgrace. Was launched in 2018 to highlight the gender pay gap and gave people who identified as female the chance to buy the drink at a discounted cost. Okay. You see what's so problematic with that whole thing right there? One is another corporation jumping on some sort of social justice trend, trying to be fucking cool and using it for their own advantage. Right, okay. So everyone knows, well, everyone in marketing knows, that basically millennials were, you know, real important demographic, and it's like millennials love causes. Millennials love good causes, charity, social justice. They live, you know, they live for good causes. So businesses were told to, you know, generally advise, well, that, you know, you need to focus on these social causes because that you know, will make your company look good. And it does work. It really does work to a certain extent, you know. Everyone's suckered in. Everyone literally sucks off. Or anyone's into social justice sucks off big corporations because they think they champion their case. Like, oh my God, come on my face. This social justice is amazing. You know, it's quite tragic in a way. Go around pumping their fists, chanting about socialism. Some of them are fucking think they're anarchists. They're like, what is wrong with you? Like going, yeah, I'm a socialist. I fucking love Facebook. You're like, what? What is wrong with you? Why are you so weird? Why are you such a contradiction of nonsense? You know, it's weird. But so it's to highlight the gender pay gap, which is being debunked. Okay, so do one with your debunked conspiracy theory. Well, what's next? Going on to highlight the flat Earth. It's like, what? Pizza Hut. Oh yeah, well, there's a flat globe. You know, pizzas are flat, and so's Earth. You mad bastard. Right, gender pay gap, and gay people who identified, and then people are identified as female, as if just identifying as a female. As if you'd walk in and suddenly you go, you know, you're born Dave and you got a dick and a beard, you know, all the man stuff's going on, and then one day you're like, well, I identify as a woman now. What, suddenly your pay decreases? Oh, well, you're a woman. Well, shit, we have to pay you less. Dave, you fucking idiot. Did you think about that before you changed your gender, you nut job? Dave, you got problems, man. Why? Well, fucking look at it. Come on, man. Really, that's what happens. If you identified as a female, you could get a drink. I mean, it's like, what kind of nonsense land is this? Do you know, Rachel Dolezal was ahead of her time. She was so ahead of her time. Everyone ridiculing Rachel Dolezal for pretending to be black so she could have it and having a job at the NAACP and whatever. Like, but she's ahead of her time. That's what's next. Well, I identify as black. It's like, are you mad? No, I just identify as it. Oh, I identify as black. Like, you know, me and half my mates identified as black at one point because we loved hip hop so much. What is what? Well, do I get my oppression points now? The fuck? Jesus Christ. Do I get to be racially profiled by the police? Now I identify as black? Sir, officer, I identify as black. Oh, really? Well, I'd like to conduct an illegal stop and search on you, sir. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad we know where we stand. Anyway, back to normality. It was satirically dubbed Beer for Girls. With Brewdog saying, you imagine that? They had Lambrini for boys. What a load of crap. Saying it created pink IPA as a way of exposing the sexist marketing techniques used to target women, particularly within the beer industry. Used to target women? What do you mean? It's fucking how it targets men. It's aimed at men, you dicks. What is the matter with you? Beer's aimed at men, always. Oh, you're great. Best day ever. Fucking Carly. What is wrong with you? You're in the beer industry. You don't even know who your target market is. You nutters. This is your target market. This man. And you didn't even treat. Oh my God, you deserve to lose all your money. You're crazy. You're just nuts. You're nutters. You're nutters. Why are you nutters? Why have nutters got a big business and I haven't? It's so unfair. Hey, Dr. Boa from Cardiff said he was told that as he was male, he could not order the drink, and he was instead offered the company's Punk IPA for £5. The software engineer said, God, he's a doctor and a software engineer. This guy's a badass. After a bit of a back and forth with me protesting this, I felt forced to identify as female and was then able to get the drink for £4. I complained to the company about this, and they said it wasn't discrimination because the price difference was part of the national campaign to raise awareness about the gender pay gap. Not satisfied with this, I complained again to Brewdog, stating that I was intending to take them to court over this, but would rather resolve the problem outside court. They ignored this. He took Brewdog to the small claims court and said he would drop his claim if they apologised publicly. Court documents dated May 23rd, 2019 stated his claim for damages and apology for direct discrimination and breach of the Equality Act 2010. In the document, Dr. Boa said, I felt forced to lie about my sex in order to receive the product at a lower price and told the bartender that I identified as female. The bartender then served me the drink at a price of £4. The nonsense, clown world exposed. The nonsense army has been exposed. It's like, what? So, oh, yeah, all right, I am a woman. It's like, what? It's like, what the fuck? Can we get a big what the fuck right now? Like, what is this? Like, well, seriously, what is this? You know, we were supposed to have flying cars and shit. Robots sucking our dicks. Do you know what I'm saying? All diseases were ended. Racism was ended. Do you remember Star Trek? All the races hanging around with each other. White men kissing black girls on television. The future was going to be fucking sweet. What future were being given? Just like, what? This is every day you just wake up and go, what is going on? What is this? What the fuck is that? I have no idea what's going on. What? It's like everybody going, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Just come home, your dad stuck his dick in the toaster. You're like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. The world's fucking weird now. It's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You cut your tongue out and then wonder why you can't talk anymore. Like, it's mental. The world's gone fucking potty. Anyway, District Judge Phillips said, in my judgment, it is clear that in the case the claimant has been directly discriminated against by the defendant because of his sex. The fact that by identifying as female he was able to purchase a pink IPA makes no difference. I said that Dr. Boa says, namely that identifying as female was the only way he could purchase the pink IPA. That cost £4. Judge Phillips awarded Dr. Boa £1,000 in damages. That's saying he would have felt humiliated. I mean, he's probably, not that humiliated, but the point has been made, Sonny Jim. The engineer who represented himself in court, and he represented himself, come on. That is David versus Goliath shit right there. Come on, this is good. I know it's over something extremely silly, but it shouldn't happen in the first place, should it? Donated his damages to the Young Women's Trust, which aims to help women negotiate for better pay, and male mental health charity Calm, campaign against living miserably. The campaign against living miserably? You mean just life in general? Alright, well, he shouldn't have donated to that woman's trust. Well, he probably did that to make a point. Or whatever. Fuck him. Dr. Boa said he does not deny the existence of the gender pay gap. Well, he should, because it doesn't exist. But said there should be equal opportunities over equal outcome. Well, we agree. Okay, well, we agree with that. Okay, so good. I mean, he's treading the line. He's still like this. This guy's okay for a guy who looks like a complete twat. He's fucking great. I like him. He probably thinks I look like a twat as well. But he's great. We like him. He's good. He's a good man. High five him when you see him. Anyway, according to court documents, Brewdog stated a pink IPA was created as part of a satirical campaign to highlight. You see, they think they're so satirical. Ooh, we make satirical lager. You can't make a fucking satirical lager, you twat. The documents seen by Wales Online state as part of this campaign, the defendant says it rebranded its product Punk IPA and sold this as Pink IPA. They say the campaign was undertaken for 4 weeks and commenced on March 8, 2018, International Women's Day. They say Pink IPA was sold to those identifying as women and was offered a reduced price of 20% on the basis of this being the gender pay gap in the United Kingdom. Brewdog argued that Mr. Boa claimed he identified as female. He received no different treatment and was able to purchase the Pink IPA. I think it's just great. I mean, whether like the guy was making some sort of point, he's highlighted a hell of a lot of points here. It's like, call it a gender pay gap, and then you go, all right, but yeah, I am part of that gender. It's like, what? I mean, where's the data got? Like, I mean, how many people? Where's the data come from for the gender pay gap? And how many people who were interviewed as part of this data or surveyed as part of this data were men identifying as women? Like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on? This is just it's lunacy. This whole thing is this just exposes lunacy. This should never have happened. Like, this is in court. This is in court. Say what? You know, the judge is there going, wow, you know, this is probably the same judge who convicted fucking Watkins. You know Ian Watkins? Like, he had sex with a baby. He's there going, well, I put a wrong in a way today. What's next? Oh, right. Okay, well, I can see that. You know, one day I'm doing something great for humanity, and today I am part of a machine of nonsense. Great. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on. Let's stop it. Just stop it. Yeah. I need to put fucking Brewdog. Bunch of wannabe.